evening. First of all, can we get a spot on them? Can you give them the light for a second? John. This is John and Justin. Can we give them a round of applause for their work tonight? They actually took time while they were preparing for a show on the road with music to help us out, to make recordings, and then to come here and practice with us. So we're really grateful for them. So I just wanted to throw that out there because they will also be part of the performance later on. That being said, the part of the performance that they are in, I would also like you to be in. And no, you don't have to act, it's fine. We just would like you to join us in praising our Lord. When the opportunity comes, you will see lyrics on the screen, and we invite you to sing with us. On that note, thank you for coming tonight, and I hope that what you see will not only entertain you, but point you to the one who makes it possible for us to be here, which is our Savior, Jesus. Let's pray and get started. Please pray with me. Jesus, thank you for all that you do for us. Thank you for your salvation. Thank you that you could have said that the cross was enough and that we'll just have to settle for knowing that is our way of knowing you love us, but that you also come into every day and through people that love you. Through these teenagers tonight, thank you for their love for you, for their hard work, and thank you for all the people here. May your spirit be here tonight, and thank you for the joy that you make possible. In your name, amen.
What seems to be the problem, Detective?
Well, we think it was a false alarm. We didn't find anything when we searched the church. Came to this office. Sure looks like it's been tossed. Do you know if there's anything of value in here that's what we're looking for?
Seriously? You woke me up in the middle of the night to look at this? This is the DC's office. It always looks like this. Unless your name's Polly, of course.
That's a relief. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I was actually into you a while back. I went on a few mission trips for my family with Wilton.
Absolutely, I remember you. You're Pete, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let this gray hair fool you. My mind's as sharp as ever.
Yeah, it's nice hair.
Thanks. Let me see. You were in youth group in DU with used to hang out with the Schaefer kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went on a mission trip down to Arizona, went to see the Grand Canyon. You weren't one of those that was throwing rocks over the edge, were you?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. And then, let me see. New Orleans, National Youth Gathering.
Exactly.
I remember.
Yeah, the National Youth Gathering was truly an incredible experience. But the mission trip, that really changed me. You and Lisa did too, Tim. Everything I learned about Jesus and DU really made all the difference in my life. Do the teens still put on a play that raise money for trips?
Yeah, they do. It used to be the dinner theater when you were in youth, right?
Yeah.
Well, now things have changed a little bit. We moved from dinner theater to dessert theater. Then we added a silent auction. And this year, it's going to be a little bit different. Not sure what it's going to be. Ruth's in charge. They might be, I don't know, a talent show, something like that. You know, you ought to come check it out.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I don't want to do a musical. I can't sing. I don't mind singing. The dancing part is so hard. I don't want to sing or dance. Let's just do it like.
I really hate acting. I'm gonna do tech.
You always do tech!
else? What am I supposed to do?
This isn't exactly fun for gymnastics, and that's all I got. That and cheer, and that's not what happens with all these wires running across the stage.
You know, suppose the new church board will let me kick my soccer ball around the stage. That's my talent. Yeah, just give me a football, a small field about 100 yards long and 53 yards wide, and I'll show you what I can do.
This may not be the spot for that either.
Well, I don't have a talent.
We could do an improv show.
That won't work for me.
Let's just stick with the idea that everyone has a talent.
But I don't have a talent.
Is babysitting a talent? I could spend 2 minutes showing everyone here how to change a diaper. Of course, it would have to be nice and gross, like this one from last night. Let's do it at the beginning while people are having dessert. That'll bring them back the second night.
I don't have a talent. I'm still going to do tech.
What did you just say there? Seniority first. Seniors always pick first. You're a freshman.
Seniority.
Hey guys, Ruth said we need to have a message in it. Whatever we decide to do.
How are we supposed to put a message in a talent show? It's a tradition to do a musical. People expect to see us perform.
I am not doing another one of those cheesy musicals. Those are for children.
Yeah, people laugh at us.
People are supposed to laugh at us. It's a comedy, not a documentary. Oh, we could do a documentary.
On the Bible?
No, on Harry Potter.
Yes, the Bible.
It's been done before.
By who?
What do you mean by who? Charlton Heston for starters.
I'm sorry, who's that?
Charlton Heston.
What was this on TV every year Easter weekend?
Anyway, whatever. Documentaries are really boring.
We could do a musical from a previous year.
Been there, done that. Remember last year? Hey, last year, we could use the same one and see if anybody notices it's a repeat.
No, that's a great idea. As a message, maybe everyone can remember their lines. Hey! But still have singing and dancing. I'd rather do a talent show.
But I don't have a talent. Who would have guessed?
We got it.
But really, we would still need a message. Plus, Ruth left this in our capable hands, and she's gonna be back here any minute. We have to have figured something out.
I don't care what y'all decide to do. I'm going to jail.
Here's an idea. So we have a lot of the scripts from past performances. What if we put them into a collage? Kind of a remember when theme. And if we have a talent, we could throw that in there too.
Okay, so who's gonna tell Ruth?
Hey, think we could get Ruth to sing?
Wow! Oh, how cool! Oh man, it seems like so long ago now. I remember when I was a senior in high school. We were fundraising for our mission trip to California, and Stephanie Warner was our DC intern. I think the name of that show was Where Jesus Is. It's all about a celebration with Jesus and the glory of God's grace. You know, today's society tries to tell us that we can conquer, survive, strive, and even live outside the glory of God's grace. But sooner or later, the truth sets in. Any success is fleeting, any beauty is short-lived, and any hope outside the hope that we find in Jesus is a failure. Let's see if I can remember how that play started.
Well, you may have thought you came to see a musical, but we'd like you to believe you've been invited to a celebration. So, what is it, you might ask? First, let us tell you what it's not.
It isn't to make rude people polite.
It isn't to make the heathen people religious.
To deodorize filthy people,
Or to educate the untrained.
or to make the poor wealthy.
Jesus came to make dead people live.
It isn't about recognition.
It's not about financial condition.
It's not about fame or critical acclaim.
It's not about fashion, labels, and jewels.
It's not about elaborate man-made rules.
It's about God.
And good news. It's an eternal celebration.
And we're here to tell you that the search is over.
Jesus came to make people live.
And that's what it's all about.
Hello, excuse me. Can I get some house lights for a second? Yeah, I've been looking for Jesus. Has anyone seen him?
Hold it right there! Don't you realize you're interrupting a religious event here? Show some respect.
Sorry, I just thought that maybe he was...
Here? You think Jesus is here?
Well, this does look like the place where he might...
Go ahead and look for Jesus, but please, hurry it up. This is a church. Do you really expect Jesus to be here?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Interesting. Have you seen Jesus here? Of all the...
Oops, apparently I was wrong. I just heard the cool music and...
Be quiet! Haven't you read our new church constitution? No unnecessary festivities. Policy 3.15.90/.
So keep it down!
Wow, in unison. How do you guys do that?
You could be punished for this.
For what?
For shouting? That's uncontrollable joy.
Excitement, shame, shame.
It just doesn't look very religious. You're acting like Jesus is the Son of God or something.
I believe he is. Have we moved far enough?
Far enough for what?
To be missed by the lightning.
Has it struck yet? I didn't hear any thunder.
Don't you know that if you actually saw the Son of God and spoke something to him, he would probably melt you before our very eyes? If you actually saw him, you would run as far away as possible for fear of his almighty wrath.
How? Sounds pretty painful.
Did Jesus ever melt you?
I can't say he has.
Ah, me either. Hey, I was looking for you. Jesus invited us to a party.
A party?
Yeah, at Cleo's house. Cleo? Cleo the sinner?
For shame.
Cleo, the no good, lazy, shameless, low-life, misdemeanor traitor?
Mercy me.
You're meaning to tell us that you're running around with someone who is friendly to that criminal? I guess so.
That is utterly disgraceful! Shame, shame, shame on you, heretics!
Hey, where are you going?
Where do you think we're going? We're going where Jesus is.
Hey you, at the back table, make the unusual fashion statement.
And you, yeah, you over there. And you, yeah, you with the skinny jeans, I see you. And everybody, let's go, come on.
I wanna be where
another funny thing. It was my sophomore year of high school. I think the year was 2007, and Pastor Tim was our DCE. And the musical was kind of a collage of Bible stories mixed in between Gilligan Island skits.
Oh yeah, no, that's the one where the tree fell.
Yeah, exactly. We had a couple mishaps. I was a news reporter in that one where we interviewed Jonah. Now, let me tell you, that was the guy who wanted to do things his own way. But God had another plan for him. That was a really good one, too.
So far, there's been no sign of the man lost at sea late last night, identified only as Jonah. He was heading west en route to the city of Tarshish when the unfortunate incident occurred. We have with us several eyewitnesses to the tragedy. Ma'am, can you tell us exactly what happened last night?
Well, I was on a boat and a man went overboard, but that's all I know about that.
Now, if you'll excuse us,
We really have to be going. We got boat repairs and stuff.
The waters were pretty rough last night.
Aye, that's true. We did hit a particularly big storm last night.
So that's how Jonah fell overboard? The storm?
No, look, lady. It's not as it's panning out to be here. It wasn't my fault.
it's
Nothing.
her boat.
Had nothing to do with what, sir?
Nothing. We really should be going now.
You know, boat repairs and stuff.
It appears there may be more to this tragedy.
Okay. That's not how this really happened. See, the storm came up and it was her fault.
It's her boat.
Okay, I'll tell it like it was, okay? Jonah didn't exactly fall overboard.
Are you suggesting foul play?
We were only doing what he asked us to do.
Are you telling me that Jonah asked all of you to throw him into the raging sea where he'd surely drown?
That's pretty much verbatim what he said.
And you did it?
Well, not at first. See, first we tried to outrun the storm.
We rowed like crazy,
And then we ended up throwing most of our cargo overboard.
including my armadillo.
But it was all for nothing. We were just sinking too quickly or taking on water too fast.
In order to save the ship, we had to do something.
Yeah, it's her boat.
So you threw him overboard?
Look, he said the storm was an account of his disobedience to, well, God.
And that if we did throw him overboard, that the sea would be calm and no one would be hurt.
So you figured it would be worth a shot?
We were desperate. The ship was ready to capsize and we would have tried anything.
It's still her boat.
And then what happened?
As soon as Jonah was out of the boat, it was amazing. The sea was completely calm, had barely a ripple in it.
It was as smooth as glass.
Where's Jonah now?
Well, one of the other passengers said he saw a big fish, maybe a whale circling him. And, well, I don't even want to think about that.
That's all right, sailors. We do thank you for speaking with us today. That's been it for this news-breaking story from Tarshish. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Exhausting at the same time. But in the end, it always brought us closer as a group. And we got to share the good news with anybody who came to watch.
That's exactly how it was during my years too. I mean, we really bonded during these practices in the late nights. And I mean, that's when I really got to know Nathan. The first time we ever danced together was on this stage. And look what that led to.
You know, you're not really that old though, but I feel like aren't the adult leaders now, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot of the adult leaders that you guys have were the same ones we had too.
What says here, I think, Lauren, your Jonah skit took place on the shore, but another year they told it with a Western theme?
Yeah.
I can imagine that. So yeah, and then it looks like the story of Joseph has happened over and over again. And then it says something about a 10 commandment trap. What is that?
That was awesome. Like, so cool.
Yeah, I wish I could find a video of that. All I can find is photographs. It explains sunglasses and pyramids. I want to remember more about that. Tell me more.
You think people would have been pretty happy with my brother after the incident at the Red Sea, but you know what it's like with a couple million people cooped up on a road trip. Before you knew it, everyone starts grumbling. Well, everyone except Joshua and Caleb. Joshua was Moses' right-hand man.
And I'm Caleb, Josh's best buddy. Isn't that right?
Okay, everybody, let's get moving.
How about another chorus of 99 bottles of oil on the wall?
All right, already? Isn't there other song that we can sing?
Are we there yet?
How much further?
But 40 days and 40 nights, said Charlton Heston.
I'm hungry. Let's ready to eat this chapter of the Bible. Hebrews 3 is on my side of the camel. Can you tell him to move over? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Stop not touching me. It's this line right here. Don't cross that line. Don't touch that line either.
Where have I heard this before?
Children of Israel, don't make me come back there.
Sorry, Mr. Moses, sir.
What's wrong with you people? Don't you remember the amazing things God did for us?
You tell him, Joshy boy.
Before you knew it, they all started grumbling. And God answered. There settled thick as dew, manna in the morning, sweet to taste, just enough to last a single day, just enough for none to waste.
So what do you say now?
As God is my witness, I will never go hungry again.
Thank you, Scarlett. How about the rest of you?
Yeah.
And if you believe that, you've never worked in the service industry. 5 minutes later,
Are we there yet?
How much farther?
40 days and 40 nights, said Charlton Heston again.
You always say that.
Yeah, but did you know he's saying it with a lot more confidence now?
Can we make a pit stop?
You were supposed to go before we left.
I didn't have to go then.
You told Moses we should have outlawed the Starbucks on this trip.
Who else needs to go?
How did I get into this?
What do you say, Moses?
Let my people go.
Wait, I think we're there. Look,
Mount Sinai!
And there's God, right in the middle of that cloud with all the smoke and thunder. Isn't that great?
No!
yes, God's people were just too scared of him, so they hid in their tents while Moses walked up to the mountain and, he got better at making speeches because when he came back, he gave one the people are still talking about today.
All right, y'all. You guys remember you're God's people, right?
Yeah.
I said right?
Yeah?
Well, now God has given me some suggestions for you guys.
Great! We can always use some good advice, huh, guys?
Yeah!
Well, they're more like instructions.
Oh, you mean like DIY tips?
No, all right, I'll tell you. They're rules, and you gotta follow them or else. Hey, no grumbling. Nothing's written in stone yet. Just papyrus. I figured maybe we could read them together.
Hey Moses, are you sure you're allowed to read these public places?
Of course, I checked.
with the Supreme Court.
No, with the supreme being. Here.
ladies.
Hey! How's it going?
Good, how are you? It's been so wonderful hearing about your dessert theater days. I can't believe I'm a senior and this is my last performance. The second year I was here, we did Not Your Average Joe. Yes, another one of the Joseph stories. But this time it was on a beach. It was 2014 and Bart Johnson was the DCE intern that year. We still have the cardboard car we used in that performance down in the youth room. The promise that God is always near really hit home with me. I think I remember how that goes.
The sun was shining not quite so brightly over Browse Point anymore. The clouds were gathering and an ill wind had begun to blow. The great Kahuna spent many fitful nights dreaming. And so he called upon Joe to ask for guidance. It had been many months since the great Kahuna had needed something. But now, Kahuna needed something from Joe.
So, I've heard that when you hear a dream, you can interpret it. Is that so?
Actually, that's not true.
It's not.
No, it's God who tells me about the dream. He'll tell me what it means.
I understand. Well, it appears there's a need for your God on this beach. And so, I will tell you about my dream.
The dream was indeed strange and perplexing. None of the coconut trees had coconuts and all the animals on the beach were starving. And God revealed to Joe what it had meant.
Time for fun and sun may only be for a season, and it's drawing to a close. Can't you hear the thunder in the distance? There will be a storm, and it will cause much destruction, not on the beach, but throughout the mainland. We must begin to prepare immediately.
And so we will. Captain Shuby, gather everyone together. Joe, I'm promoting you to lifeguard. You're going to be in charge of this entire operation. And now where is that girl who sells the oddly contained water?
Coco's locking watering collector service, your kahuna ship.
Good. Coco, you'll be in charge of food and water. You're going to have to help a lot of people when this storm has passed.
You picked the right girl for the job, sir.
I knew God had a plan for me.
Attention everyone! Stock up and hunker down. Captain Shuby, sound the alarm.
And so the storm descended upon the once sunny beach. But with Joe giving directions, they knew they would find their way.
Joe, you think we're gonna make it?
My dad always said God is closest when the hour is darkest.
Well, but he must be right here beside us.
That's his promise and it's a keeper.
The storm had ended, and as the suns rose, so did everyone at home. They slowly began to rebuild their community, not on shifting sand, but this time on solid rock.
Thank you for joining us on this trip down memory lane.
Over the years, a lot has changed.
We have changed leaders.
We have changed
student.
Change performances.
But the message always stays the same.
Philippians 4:6 says, "Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He has done." Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future."
Romans 1:16 states, "For I am not ashamed of this good news about Christ. It is the power of God at work, saving everyone who believes, the Jew first and also the Gentile."
Philippians 4:13. For I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength.
Psalm 23, 1, 2, and 3 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to His name."
Isaiah 43 verses 1 through 3 reads, "But now, O Jacob, listen to the Lord who created you. O Israel, the one who formed you says, do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. I have called you by name, you are mine. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I gave Egypt as a ransom for your freedom. I gave Ethiopia and Seba in your place."
Isaiah 40:28-31 says, "Have you never heard? Have you never understood? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. Even youths will become weak and tired, and young men will fall in exhaustion. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint."
But remember, no matter what changes, the message stays the same.
All around God.
There's got to be more than going back and forth, doing right to doing wrong. 'Cause we were taught that's who we are. Come on, give it that right behind. You were wrong with everybody, thinking there's worth in what you do. Like a hero who takes the stage when we're on the edge of our seats, saying it's too late. Let me introduce you to Amazing Grace. No matter the bumps, no matter the bruises, no matter the scars, stay
sailors, and Jonah. Miriam, Moses, Caleb, Joshua, and the Hebrews. Skinner, Kahuna, Joe, Coco, Captain Shuby. All DU. Tech. Congregation, thank you so much. And alumni. I almost fell. Okay. Thank you all for being here tonight. There are a few thank yous that I said last night, but I think you should hear them too. One, thank you, Rhonda, for writing the script and conceiving the idea in the first place. She's not here tonight, but Adrienne Belinsky, you probably know her as a singer in the praise team among many other roles. She coached us in acting, which was very helpful. Tim and Lisa Lindemann, I think you all may have heard of them. There's a quote I shared last night and I want to share it again because I saw it and it made me think of them. Sir Isaac Newton said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." The pictures you saw, 99% of that happened because Tim and Lisa love students and love this church and love Jesus. They built the foundations of what you saw today over the years with their dedication. And I know that Tim and Lisa would both say it's all about Jesus, and it certainly is, but they chose to follow through His grace. So thank you, Tim and Lisa. Nancy and Steve Lamberson, who provided meals at every Sunday practice since January. So thank you. We thank the alumni, but we had many alumni who chose to come back and do dessert theater, so thank you so much for your help. And parents, families, not only for your tireless work in making this happen tonight as volunteers behind the scenes, but also for your tireless work, thanked or unthanked, for these guys, providing them homes, providing them the opportunity to be here, praying for them, sharing your hearts with me so that I can share your heart with them, and for all your sacrifices. Thank you, parents and families. Gary, John, Tim, thank you for making light and sound happen. Zach, for making video happen. You guys are awesome. Make it happen. We already thanked them, but I'll say it again. John Griesinger and Justin Doe for your awesome music. And thank you. Like you've worked with Tim and Lisa all these years. Some of you, maybe not the whole time, but how you've come on board to make ministry by students and for students possible. When every dollar you bid, every donation you make, every hour you give of your time, every kind word, voting on the budget even, you make student ministry possible. The ministry that they gave to you tonight, that they will give in Montana this summer, that they gave last summer, every summer in the past, and every summer in the future to come, is possible because you supported them and the mission of Christ in their lives and through their lives. So thank you. So I want to say one last thing, and then I think they want to say something. Seniors, will you step forward, please? So parents of seniors, will you please stand up? Parents of seniors, will you please stand up? Can we get some house lights? Is that possible? I know it's kind of last minute. No, thanks, Pastor Dave. Yeah, okay, someone back there, turn the lights on. We can do this. Light switches. Okay, thank you, parents of seniors. These days they've led with their words and with their actions. In the last 2 years that I've known them, I've been amazed by who they are. And it's been great to partner with them in ministry, and I'm so excited to know and to look forward to what Jesus is going to do through them for the kingdom in our world, because they are our ambassadors to a new generation, and they have courage and wisdom and gifts that I'm blessed to know. So thank you, parents, for sharing them with me so that Jesus can share them with the world.
Anyway, so every year, seniors put together gifts for everyone who's helped with Dessert Theater. So I would like to thank John over here. Thank you for coming here and doing music and making it a great time. His card for you. You are. And then my other person I want to thank is Rhonda. Thank you for writing the script and making us all have a great time and have good laughs and just being there for all of us. There's the card with flowers.
This is for Justin. Thanks for all of your hard work in working with us and spending time with us. Alright, where's Lisa? Lisa, this one's for you. Thank you for all of your work and for putting up with all of us and for, just being there for all of us. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
We'd like to thank Gary and John for the sound and deck.
Is this on? Okay, there we go. This is for Nancy, for everything that you do for all of us in DU and everything that you did to help out with this. So,
Don't cry! Don't make me cry! Attack! We also want to thank Tim, because Tim has helped us, at least for me, for the past 4 years. So Tim, if you can come on down. Hi, Sarah. Tim, for you, we have a special treat, because just like my line in the play, National Youth Gathering was one of my favorite experiences with you, so we have a taste of New Orleans for you.
Consider this a group art.
Ruth, please come up to the stage. So, on behalf of all of DU, we have our shark surfboard for you to hang in the youth room.
Really good. I told you to sign the green, dude.
Without you, we wouldn't be able to do this. There's been blood, sweat, and tears through the past couple months, and without you, we wouldn't be here right now, and we just want to thank you from all of us and the seniors, and I can speak for everyone on DU. We love you, and we love everything that you've done for us.
Love you. Love you.
We also want to thank Joe.
person that we haven't thanked yet, and he's the reason we're here. So I was thinking about what to say. I was thinking about what to say, and watching them share their stories and seeing the legacy of ministry that has happened here. And you know, when I was 23, I was working in Dublin, Ireland, and I got to stand in front of the oldest manuscript of Romans. So it was transcribed by the people that actually learned from the apostles. And it brought me to tears thinking about the hands of believers who carried those words through the centuries to the book that we hold and that we learn about God through, which is the scriptures. And you know, it started with a bunch of teenagers and one old guy named Peter who followed this rabbi called Jesus, and it turned out he was the savior of the world. And through them, the church exploded across Europe, and many people came to know salvation through Christ. And you know, we've got about 20 teenagers standing in front of you who love Jesus, and they're going to go into public schools, and they're going to go into our world, into our communities. And I know that sometimes we look at the news and we think there's no hope, like our churches are shrinking. It seems like the values of Christianity are lost in our culture. It seems like there's no way but down from here. But you know, I bet it looked pretty grim to the apostles too, in a nation that ran the world that wanted to kill them. And you know what? We've got to look what happened. We've got 20, not just 12. And how many more have gone to the world with the fire of Christ burning in their hearts through the ministries that have happened here? How many people will we touch just in Montana this summer? God is at work, and He's speaking through these young people to you and to our communities. And they're speaking the words that have been passed down to them through the scriptures and through the hands of the faithful. So God is at work here. He's not going to lose. And I'm excited to see what God is going to do to these guys. Look what He's already done. So thank you, Jesus, for this ministry. So final notes. If I say your name, that means you won something, and you have to go buy it now. Or something would be greatly appreciated if you chose to do so. Speaking of which, Debbie, Marla, Val, are you in here? Okay, Debbie, Marla, and Val ran the whole silent auction thing. They, with the notes from Donna Anderson, and made it what it is this year, and worked their patooties off, as we sent the text message to each other. So can we give them a round? You're a winner if you hear your name. And if you don't hear your name, you're still a winner. You just didn't win the silent auction. There we go. Laura Steckler, Brad Gilland, yes. Debbie Sage, you know yourself. Beth Allman, Stacy Peck, Helen Allendale, Stephen Taylor, Nancy Lamberson, Bill Schneider, Joe Hoffmeister, Paul Kirchwell, Ada Dietz, Janet Gordon, Denise Robb, Lucille Rubidoux, Zach Rubidoux, Denise Cook, Pat Fromm, Adam Dietz, Suzanne Hostetler, Nicole Herrera, Marie Chavez, Judy Judy Secrets for Judy. I don't know, you know who you are, right? Okay. Karen Gilland, Kathleen Laszlo, Gail Beagle, Stacy Moeller, Angel Baumhefner, Kathy Nutting? Okay. Sorry, reading. Sue Brick, Laura Brunder. Yes. Ken Zietlow, Luna Hamill, Ada Dietz, Laura Steckler, Kathy Kester, Marla Plain, Dee Carter, Mike and Joan Lynn. So you just head back to where the silent auction area was, and they will cash you out and give you your items. And also, I understand that we will have whole pies left over. Please take them. We will accept donations. That all helps the student ministry. But please take them. We don't want them to go to waste. And thank you very much for being here. God bless you.